Hey Internet, my name is Rhia. I have 3 adorable kids, a very loving and supportive husband, and a dog named Harley that I am unabashedly obsessed with. Look at her. Over the last few years, I really lost my spark. My motivation to keep my house in order kind of disappeared, and it all started to feel just really overwhelming. But with the help of a supportive family and a really good therapist, I've been able to start getting back to the things that bring me joy. So now I get to start making my home feel like my home again. I'm finding me again. I like to have a clean home. I like to organize. I love to be silly, and I love to bring joy to others. So here I am, starting this journey with all of you. As an introvert with anxiety, I feel a little bit crazy putting myself out there, but if I can help just one person feel seen and feel like maybe they too can get things together, then it's all worth it. We all lose our spark sometimes, and I'm here to tell you that it can be found again. So sit back, hang out with me, grab a beverage of your choice, and let's hang out. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope we can be friends. Let's go. It is crockpot time. I am going to be making a coconut curry basil chicken that's going to cook all day. I love the crockpot. I forgot about it for a while or just refused that it existed. I'm pretty picky eaters, but I've just decided to operate as if my children aren't picky, and I'm just going to make whatever sounds good. It starts out with coconut milk and a bunch of spices, but oh gosh, it was really fun to make this with my daughter. Now we're adding some oregano, basil, curry powder, salt, and pepper. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time relinquishing control, I guess, in the kitchen. Messes stress me out, but I'm getting better at it with my kids, and I don't want to crush their sweet little spirits. So I'm trying more and more to let them, be kids and help in the kitchen and let them have that experience. So I feel like it's getting easier, and it's really sweet to think back on them helping. So we're just getting all that added in. We'll mix it up and then start adding the rest of the ingredients. Okay, we're getting into adding all of the produce. Does anybody else get on the struggle bus when cutting onions? It doesn't matter how ripe or whatever. They kill me no matter what. I've tried everything. But I'm adding red onion, jalapeno. As I cut this jalapeno, I started questioning the volume of jalapeno, but then just decided I was going to add it all in, and it was fine. But it was red onion, jalapeno, and garlic, and I'm just throwing it all in there. It smells so good. So I had missed recording it, but I seared the chicken on both sides. It was uneventful and underwhelming, but now I'm just adding it into the crock pot to cook for all day. And let me tell you, my house smelled amazing the whole day. Now it's time to clean up and get the kitchen looking good. I don't know about you, but there's something about cleaning that I don't want to say it relaxes me, but it's like one of those things where it's something I can control. And so like it kind of will chill me out a bit. It's just getting things in order, putting things in their place, looking around and thinking, I did that. So I love a good kitchen cleanup. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's days where it's the last thing I want to do. But for the most part, I love it. Now you may be looking at me like, Rhia, what are you doing? What is that? And or maybe you're not, and this is dumb, but that's my food scale, and I'm putting the rest of the chicken thighs away that I didn't use. And I have been trying to be better about writing down how much I have of something and labeling it really well before I throw it in the freezer. It has done wonders for meal planning and knowing how much I have of everything. It's not a perfect system, but I wish I had done this starting years ago. I don't. My husband will start the dishwasher at night before we all go to bed, but we forgot to do that last night. And so all of the dishes are drying, so don't worry. The other dishes will get cleaned, but I'm going to come back to it and do it later. Like I said earlier, I had seared some chicken for the crock pot, and now I have to clean up the aftermath of that. I don't love this stove, but it does the job, and it's better than not having a stove at all, but it's kind of a pain to clean. I don't always use the Myers spray, but I kind of like to switch up my cleaners, and it does a pretty good job. Now it's time to switch over to the laundry. I try to get the laundry done over the weekend, but it inevitably falls into Monday as well. The biggest thing that I struggle with is actually getting it folded. Getting the clothes washed isn't so bad, but getting all of these clothes folded has just been a mountain to climb. And so I started getting everything washed and sorted into baskets, like individual baskets for all 5 of us, and then in the afternoon when my kids are home, we will fold all the clothes, and it gives them the opportunity to learn how to fold, learn how to contribute, and it means I don't have to fold 4 or 5 baskets of clothing. I only have to fold my own clothes and then the small ones' clothes, the ones that they neglect, but it's been pretty good. I really like it. anybody else avoid hand washing? I'm the type of person that's gonna risk it usually when it comes to the washing machine and just see what happens. Hand washing is my least favorite thing on the entire planet, but I really liked this bodysuit, and so I thought I'll hand wash it. And I did, and it's fine, and it wasn't that bad. But the time leading up to it, like, I put it off for sure, but I'm really glad that I did the right thing and washed it properly. But look at that. Look how all of that's going, and that darn bodysuit is drying. And now it's time to go clean some bathrooms. Woohoo! I like to use a vinegar and water mix. It's just like half and half water, half vinegar. Sometimes it's more than one, more than the other. That doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. But I like to use it. I can clean everything. I can clean the glass, the counters, the sinks, bathtubs, everything with it. Right now, though, I'm using an e-cloth. I think these are probably one of the greatest inventions ever, but you just can clean with water. And then, so one of the rags is for water and one is like a dry buff, and it helps get rid of streaks, but it's just really good. But I spray the sinks with the vinegar water solution, let that sit for a little bit, and kind of wipe down other stuff, wipe down the glass, and it seems to be a pretty good system. And like I've said before, I switch up my products. So today is a vinegar and water day, but another day it might be like a Dawn power spray or Scrub Daddy's power paste, just kind of depending on how, gross everything is, or if I just want to do something different, because changing things up is kind of what helps me stay motivated to do it, because the same things all the time are hard for me, but routine is good. So it's just like I'm trying to find that balance and make it exciting. Well, as exciting as like cleaning a bathroom can get. One thing too about like me needing routine is when I clean the bathroom, I change out my razor and I pull all the towels to wash as well, which helps me stay on top of that, because I would forget before I got into like a really good routine. But this has helped a lot. One cleaning product that I've tried a number of times to switch up is the toilet bowl cleaner, and maybe one of you fellow humans out in the world will have a better suggestion, but I've found that the blue goo, the Lysol blue goo, is the only thing that like does the job the way that I guess I feel it should be done. But I am open to suggestions, believe me, because this stuff smells bad. I don't like it, and it gets boring because it's the same all the time. So we have 3 bathrooms, and that's not a flex. It's just facts. We have 3 bathrooms, 2.5, one's a powder bath. It gets monotonous cleaning them all, but if I clean one, I just try to get myself to clean all of them so that they're all clean. But this downstairs one, I think the toilet probably gets the most use, and there are 3 males living in my house. And so I try to stay on top of it because it can get pretty gnarly in there. But the vinegar and water solution does the trick, which I'm grateful for, and that I don't have to use anything more harsh because of how many times I clean. Connor Cameo! That was my husband in the background. I love him so much. One thing you're not going to see today is me mopping the floors. I'm saving that for another day because I am already doing enough today. I would love to find a good wet dry mop though, and I probably would have felt like I could get that done, but it is just a lot to do. So I'm just going to save that for another day, and it'll be a good day when the floors get cleaned.
How's this one?
Oh, you want to wear it? Okay, we'll put it up on your bed. My sweet little daughter loves to help. I'm actually surprised she lasted as long as she did before she came and decided that whatever she was doing wasn't important enough. I try to not let my kids be around the harsher chemicals, so this wasn't ideal, but I was right there with her, and she had a lot of fun, and she loves helping. And like I said, I don't want to crush their souls by not letting them do anything. So, just supervision is where it's at. And now this is just the vinegar and water solution, which also is one of the reasons why I really like using it all the time, is because it's safe for everyone. So it's nice to let her help, and she enjoys it. And I don't want to be negative Nancy, but I'm imagining that there's going to be a day where she doesn't want anything to do with helping me clean. So I'm just going to take advantage of it and ride this wave as long as I can. We're back to switching over the laundry. I set timers on my watch, and it roughly lines up with the washing machine. The washing machine is one of those sensor ones, so the time changes. But it's been a really good reminder. I used to not do it, and it would take me forever to get the laundry done because I would just forget about it. But then I started setting the timer on my watch, and it's made a huge difference. I've done it on my phone, I've done it on my watch, and it's helped a lot. But now the laundry gets washed, but again, it's the folding that's the hurdle. But now we're working on a system for that. Bathroom number 3, home stretch of the bathroom cleaning. This is my kids' bathroom, and the mirror is usually what gets hit the hardest because of teeth brushing and stuff. But it's so satisfying once it's done. But full disclosure, it only lasts from the time I clean it to teeth brushing at bedtime that very same day. But those few moments where it isn't covered in toothpaste are magical, and I cherish them. Does anybody else's kids use the towel holder as a pull-up bar? Because mine did, and it's busted, and we fixed it a couple times. And I think we're just gonna pull it out and put hooks in there instead because it's a nightmare. But look at that. All of the bathrooms are clean and shining and beautiful. Now, I started my basket system probably like 2 years ago now, where like each person in the house has their own laundry basket, like for their clean clothes. And it's made sorting things so much more easy. And I found it like, I don't know. Okay, soothing is not the right word, but it's like a nice system that I've been able to be really consistent with. And each kid has a color, and my husband and I have a color, and it's really easy. Each kid knows whose basket is whose. So it's made doing the laundry just so much easier, aside from the folding, which is the worst part. Okay, it's time to finish up the kitchen. I told you we would come back to it. I don't know why you were so worried, but here we are. We're putting the towels away, and we're gonna unload the dishwasher, and we're gonna wash the dishes, and the kitchen's gonna look like no one lives there. And that's the best way that a kitchen can look, in my opinion.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
That's my cast iron pan. It's my favorite pan. I used to be afraid of them because I didn't know how to take care of them, but now I do, and now I can enjoy them. They're magical, and if you don't have one, I highly suggest getting one. I used to lean these cutting boards up against the window in the kitchen on the counter, but I noticed that it was kind of ruining the paint on them. So I had to get creative. And as long as you don't put anything else gross in the sink, this is a really great method. I got these racks at IKEA and I love them. but this does the trick. Remember how I've said 100,000 times in this video that I don't like folding laundry? I don't like folding laundry, if you didn't know that about me. But this has been a really fun way to do it. Like I said, there's pushback. It's not like a perfect system, but it seems to work as long as like the 3-year-old doesn't sabotage everyone as she just does to her older brother. But look how happy my big one is. He was really proud of himself after this, and I was really proud of him too. He's the one that will happily not get involved in the chores, but he did a really good job. So good job, big guy. Now I'm just finishing up the crockpot meal. It smells amazing, but this is just some cornstarch and water, and then I put some Doric garlic cubes in it, and I'm stirring it up, but it smells so good. This is my kids' playroom. We're just gonna pretend like it doesn't exist. Shh, don't tell. What was really nice about the crock pot and making sure the dishwasher was unloaded was cleanup after dinner was so easy. We just washed the crock pot, put it away, put the dishes in the dishwasher, and I'm just wiping everything down, and I'll clean up the floors and call it a night. And it made it so I could get upstairs and help my husband with bedtime, which, if you have kids, sometimes is an epic battle that makes you rethink a lot of your life's choices. All in all, today I'm pretty tired, but I got a lot done. The laundry's done, the bathrooms are cleaned, the house isn't a complete disaster, and we can go into the rest of the week with not really having to stress about that kind of stuff. We can be more present and be together, which was the goal. It's made my life a lot easier, and I feel like there's a lot more peace in my home when this stuff is already taken care of. But I appreciate you spending the time to sit here with me while we get through this day, and I hope that this maybe inspired you, maybe helped you feel some sense of good, and I really hope that you join me again. But thanks for coming. Bye.